Wolverine Origins. Wolverine Origins. Because X-Men 1, 2, and 3 apparently weren't enough. Okay, let's just do this. I actually wrote notes on what I found wrong with this. It doesn't fill the entire booklet, thank God, because I am not cruel and I do not want to keep you here all day. Which is why I tried to do little bullet points and little notes that I found wrong so we can keep this thing as fast as we can and just get this over with, because I want to get to the good movies! The good ones! When I first saw it in theaters with my friend and my mom, of course, I don't think I was fully aware of just how bad it was. Just sort of like a nothing thing, like, oh, that just sort of happened. But in later years I'm thinking, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, what exactly is wrong with this? Let us count the ways! First off, the beginning. Wolverine and Sabretooth are Canadian. This is not new news. Canadian pride, woohoo! And apparently in the Northwest Territories? I thought it was Northern Alberta. I'm like, oh yay! One of the most badass Marvel comic book characters is an Albertan! Just like us! Woohoo! Albertan pride! But in Northwest Territories? I didn't know that. It takes place in 1845, which makes them, like Victor and Sabretooth, more than 160 years old. There's a whole nother problems, but we'll get into that. Okay, it starts off like Sabretooth is filing down his super long nails, and in this day and age, when you're filing nails that are just as thick when you can take a knife and file them, they're thick, that doesn't draw attention? In that day and age, that would draw attention! There would be much more questions in that day and age. And apparently it's commotion happening, they're drunken spat, like the mother is trying to kick the guy out, but he ain't having it. Like, I want to see my son and drunken, and Wolverine pops out his claws, which are bone claws now. Apparently they were bone claws before. In this version, in the comic book version, they might have just installed the claws. I don't know how it works. I'm not too sure how it works. Comic book fans, head at it and prove me wrong. But yeah, he kills his biological father. I think Victor had a different biological father, which makes them half-brothers. And they just, like, the kids weren't found. How do they evade authorities or any kind of thing? They just lived in the woods the entire time? How? They just lived in the woods in a hut, the two of them all by themselves and just hunting down animals and getting clothes and food supplies and not interacting with human beings, just living in the woods their entire time and avoiding how? And the whole age thing. They were kids in this version. And the powers, from what I understand it is, mutants get their powers when they hit puberty. With some exceptions, of course. Maybe Kurt was born with these certain mutations, but I think most of the exception was that you hit puberty and you get your powers. I think Victor was older, maybe in his teens, so maybe he had a thing long ago, but Logan is like around the age of 10. And does that mean the healing factor was always there? Or did it start when he hit puberty? And if that's the case, then when does the healing factor make you stop aging, is what I want to know. Like, at what point in time did their body think, oh, it's time for you to stop aging when you hit the ripe age of looking 30 or 20? How does that work? When exactly do you stop aging at all? Like, when does that kind of healing factor kick in? It should have started when you hit puberty. I don't know how it works. Someone, please, help me. I'm gonna go nuts. And apparently, during the title sequence, they fight in all of the wars! All of the wars! Every single war! The Civil War! the war for independence, the war for everything, and the US wars. They had to fight in all of them. And no records apparently were found of these two, and no photographs, even during the time when photographs were starting to develop. There are probably no photos of these two put up in line in a group photo as one would do, normally for history. No sign of them, and no other recruitment place or any other person looking at these photos made that connection, like these two guys look exactly like these two guys in the time period. No, this didn't occur to anybody. Historians didn't pick this up. Ah! Okay, let's move on. Alright, Stryker goes to the prison thing and recruits them because I guess they had nothing better to do and they're just like sick and bored, like, we heal. Fighting the wars. You got shot? Yeah, I got shot. I think my arm might be coming off. Oh yeah? Yeah. It'll take a little while, eh? Just totally blasé and bored about it. I don't know if that's because they're just immortal or they're Canadian, I can't tell which. And Stryker recruits them for some things, so they go off working for Stryker. Great. And in this SWAT team is listed as Wade Wilson, and Blob before he got fat, and a male version of Domino? I can't remember his name. I cannot. And a teleporter who is played by will.i.am. He's played by Moto Moto. Good lord. And another character in there, an electric guy, I can't remember his code name. But he's played, and I just realized this, like, looking back in footage and everything, like, CinemaSins is where I got these notes, because I am not rewatching this movie again. Fuck that noise. That the guy who's playing the electric person is Pippin from The Lord of the Rings! I just realized this. Oh my god. Dude. Why? Why? Just why? I'm so sorry. Dude, I am so sorry. Merry or Pippin, I believe it was maybe Pippin, I can't remember. Either one of the two hobbits. Like, yes, but what about second breakfast? Oh, good lord. And they just go on the super special SWAT team, killing and making guns fire off for a rock. They infiltrated an African Diamond Lord's headquarters for a rock. No, a meteor, just for a rock. Taxpayer dollars out of work, folks. And it's not like that he was, like, the Diamond Lord was using it for anything diabolic or whatever. He was using it as a fucking paperweight, so he would have probably gladly told you this information of where did you find this, like, over there, just go. Did you really have to infiltrate this whole place and kill all those guys to... No. Fine. Whatever. And they just wanted a rock. And Logan finally had enough of this, like, I didn't sign up for this shit, like... You kinda did. And of all the stuff that you pulled in the past of all the wars, this is where you draw the line? You know your brother's a psychopath, right? You've lived with him for, like, nearly more than 160 years, and you're just now beginning to realize that your brother is a murdering, savage sociopath? You're just aware of this? Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord, Logan. Oh, it's a good thing he's pretty. And so they split up, and Victor is apparently killing off the team for reasons, I suppose, and Pippin dies. That's kind of sad. Yeah, Logan settled down with a girlfriend who's just the girlfriend, let's just face it. They're so happy together. Aw, how long until she dies? Yeah, it's like the kind of moment. Settling down in Canada, and Logan is a lumberjack man, because why not? And Stryker finds Logan, telling him that all his old team members are getting killed off. Why you think Logan would care at this point, I don't know. But this does lead into one of the only redeeming things in this entire movie that I found. Anyway, that I find funny, at least. Is, Stryker's trying to motivate him. He's like, you have to come back. You're a cunt. This country needs you. He just, Logan just sits in the car and just, like, looking at him like, I'm Canadian. Drives away. Okay, I'll give you that line. That was brilliant. That still makes me giggle. It's like, your country needs you need to do this. Like, I'm Canadian. Your USA means nothing to me. I'm out of here. I got shit to do, brah. That's the one thing I found kind of funny in this movie. You get 1 point. Just one. And the girlfriend is giving him this story about, like, a Native American tale or whatever about the moon and a trickster and blah blah blah, and leads into about the Wolverine, and that's sort of how he got the name. Apparently. I don't know how he got the name in the comics. I don't know. But I don't know if it was inspired by a tale from a girlfriend or a love interest. But that's how that happens. Oh yeah, and Victor kills the girlfriend. And apparently this is very distressful, even though we've learned basically nothing about this woman. It's just basically to be a love interest. But Logan finds her in the woods all bloody. He's like, no! Yeah, he's done. And he's just like, yeah, come here, motherfucker. And he goes off to try to kill Victor, because that's where he draw the line. And apparently Victor's, like, pissed at Logan because he left the team and because he doesn't want to kill humans anymore and he got himself a girlfriend. This is apparently enough to piss him off. And then they have the two pointless having a fight scene. You guys are almost basically evenly matched. And you're wasting, like, you're both basically fucking immortal. And you're wasting your time having this fight scene. Just, you both can heal. What's the point? What's the fucking point? That just reminds me of the scene in Pirates of the Caribbean movie where Johnny Depp gets the cursed Aztec gold and they're fighting, and he's fighting with Barbossa, and Barbossa's like, "What if we Jack? Two immortals fighting to the end of time in space, Or you could just surrender." That's just the scene that immediately comes into my mind when this thing comes on, because you're just fighting forever. What the hell is the point? And I learned this thing in the internet, I don't know if it's true or not, of, like, apparently Victor has this little tradition where he just up and visits Logan and tries to kill him on Logan's birthday just to prove he can? I don't know. I would figure that if I was immortal, I had better things to do with my time other than doing that, but whatever, it's your immortal life. Do whatever you want, I don't care. Oh yeah, and then Logan volunteers for the X program because he figures, why not? At this point, I lost my love, there's basically no point anymore. Boo fuckity who. Get used to that, buddy. Spoiler alert. Stryker says a stupid thing, "We're going to make you indestructible, but first, we're gonna have to kill you." I guess it kind of makes sense in some weird way if you really, really think about it. Like, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger, I suppose. Like, the more you get beaten, the stronger you become. I guess that's the logic behind it? I don't know. It was a stupid line. And he just volunteers at the procedure knowing that there's pain, because pain without love, pain, can't get enough pain. I like it rough, cause I'd rather feel pain than nothing at all. Whoa. Oh, good lord. This isn't filled, this is just water, by the way. I couldn't get any more alcohol, and I didn't want to anyway, because if I did, I'd probably be dead! Yeah, the Logan is thought dead because the meter thing goes off, he starts a pulse, and then goes on a rampage. I think it's because he overhears some conversation between Stryker and the male version of Domino about something or other, and that's why he goes nuts? I don't know. And for some reason, he's completely naked. You couldn't put, like, a unitard on him. He's just completely naked, because fan service! And, oh... Okay, I'm not gonna go completely shallow, but I will admit that Hugh Jackman is very nice. Very nice indeed. The scene falling off naked in the waterfall scene and everything else. Yeah, he is very attractive, but I just don't see any point for him to be naked. I really don't. Other than fan service. Unless there's a point just for fan service, I don't see the point. And Logan turns up in this farmhouse in the middle of the woods. This old couple who happened to have a son who's around Logan's age. Lucky shit, so he can get some clothes and a motorcycle. Lucky you, and that's where he got the jacket, apparently. He just walks into these people's barn, completely naked, when they're in the middle of the woods, and they don't call the cops. What? Tell me, if some random guy, or anybody, really just suddenly breaks into your home, in your property, and is completely naked, you don't have questions? And you don't call the police because that's concerning? And you at least don't call an ambulance? Because if somebody's naked, suddenly naked, for no other reason, it's usually because they're disturbed or something happened. You think they want to get him checked out for that, but nope. They don't call the cops or anything like that. Just let him stay there because I would call the police. Call the police. Okay, that ends page 1. The bad guys find him. How? GPS? They're in the 70s. This whole thing takes place around in the 70s. Did they have GPS back then? Did they have video surveillance? Available tracking devices back then in the 70s? If they did, I'm sorry, but still they didn't imply that they had a tracking device. How do they find him? We don't know. So shit goes down, they try to blow him up, the couple gets killed. Yeah, basically. And these are expert marksmen, and Logan is driving through the woods on a motorcycle, and they can't hit him. These people are supposedly expert marksmen, and they can't hit for shit! Okay then! Yeah, and the perfect trail of fuel, so Logan can light it on fire and make the chopper explode, and he can just walk away like a boss in that scene, for the trailer scene. Yeah, Logan hops on the helicopter. You Jackman away! Like a little Karibo. A long time, but when this movie actually came out, did a little thing for, like, Merrick, the Yami Merrick, did a little rant thing about Wolverine Origins. If you haven't seen it yet, you should probably do. It's really hilarious, and it sums up this movie much better than I could. Yes, can you tell me how to get to secret generic location where there are mutants? I certainly can. Thank you. I'll be going now. Hugh Jackman away! And the image that he uses of Logan just like, ah! Helicopter and Hugh Jackman away! Oh my god, I love it. That's the one thing that brings me joy. We find out that Stryker's making adamantium bullets, and he only had 6 made. Was that all the adamantium that was left? That he could only make 6? And only adamantium can harm adamantium? Indestructible metal meets indestructible metal? I don't know how that works. I am not for science. And apparently, like, Stryker's team found Cyclops. He's a high school student! And you found him? It's not like he's in hiding, he's going to a fucking high school! He's in a Spanish class! Also, his glasses are just red. So, does that mean that Scott's optic eye beams are in full flux then, and he needs the red glasses, or does it make him feel? I don't... And also I thought that Scott's glasses and his visor are supposedly made out of rubies? Like, made out of ruby things so that it won't constantly backlash in his face. That's always confused me, because you'd think constant thing going that way, and if it's forced back that way, it would scar your eyeballs or something like that. That's what I always thought anyway, but it's being held back by rubies? That's just some expensive shit, man. Making a visor and sunglasses out of fucking rubies? That's expensive as hell! Yeah, how is the professor affording that? How does the professor afford anything anyway? That's a whole nother rant. Yeah, speaking of Professor X, he is nowhere to be found in all of this. Like, mutants apparently keep being hired to kill mutants, and he's not anywhere to be found. He's not doing anything about this. And, Logan recruits Will.I.Am. I forget his character. I'm just gonna call him Will.I.Am because that's basically who he is anyway. The Will.I.Am who can teleport, not like Nightcrawler. He's not as awesome like that. Tries to recruit him, blah blah blah, gets... Apparently Blob knows the location and stuff was happening now, and Blob, this time period now, Blob is completely overweight, an actual Blob, you know, big and stuff. And Logan wastes time having a kickboxing match with Blob, even though, yeah, pointless, yeah, whatever, I don't know. Why would you have a kickboxing? You have metal claws now! Conversation over! Just saying. Tells Logan that there's some sort of island where mutants are being taken prisoner, and Gambit somehow escapes. And again, Magneto, Mystique, and Professor, like, people who would pro-mutants and would not allow this shit to happen, are nowhere to be seen! Nowhere doing about this shit! Because it's all about Wolverine! And Victor just suddenly takes Cyclops, and he's implied that he's working for Stryker. I don't care anymore. So they find Gambit, of course, in a casino. Big shocker. Yeah, they find a guy who is an escaped convict, an escaped prisoner from this facility, is just hanging about in a casino, drawing attention, he's surrounded by all the ladies, doing card tricks. You'd think if you escape from any kind of thing, you would want to lie low. But nope, that's not Gambit's style, yeah? And apparently Gambit has an on and off accent. Whatever. Pretty much everybody gets the FU in this movie. Victor, like, is fighting the teleporting Will.I.Am, and apparently senses where he is and just, like, grabs his spine so he can't teleport anymore. I'm not too sure that's how it works there, buddy. You can't have it both ways, so Will.I.Am's dead. And Gambit could have been helping out in the fight scene with Logan and blah 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 the whole time, but no, he thought that Logan was there to bring him back to prison. Idiot. Wasting our time with that. And this is his whole Stryker's plan thing where they finally find him. He wants to he's locating dangerous mutants, creates a Deadpool. We'll get to Deadpool later. We'll get to Deadpool later. He wants to make a thing for all these mutants. Controllable super mutant, but isn't Victor and Logan pretty much indestructible on their own anyway? Even without the adamantium, they were pretty much indestructible. They survived countless historical wars, and they're pretty much indestructible anyway. Like, what's the point? You already had Victor, and he was kind of cooperative. You could have been mind-controlling him. You really had to make a super mutant when Victor and Logan were already super mutants anyway? Waste of time. Again, our government taxpayer dollars at work. Oh yeah, and apparently the girlfriend's alive. Whoop-de shit. And she was a mutant too, the whole time! She could touch people and mind control. Like suggestive, like Jedi powers, only with the touch. You don't want to fight. You want to get away from this movie. You want to go see Deadpool. Yeah, apparently she was being, like, shanghaied by Stryker because, yeah, he has her sister, who is apparently Emma Frost. Her sister's Emma Frost! Did Emma Frost have siblings? I thought she was an only child, and I thought she was British. And with the Hellfire Club. And with the thing with the Days of Future Past and oh my god. Her sister is Emma Frost. Okay, why not? And Logan just, like, apparently just walks off, letting Stryker do this horrible, horrible thing to these people because his girlfriend died and he just doesn't care anymore. Like, you're just gonna let him keep doing this? Whatever. I don't care anymore. And that's page 2. Deadpool. Just Deadpool. When I saw the movie, I wasn't aware of Deadpool at all. I didn't know about him, so I wasn't one of the people who were completely enraged by this. I wasn't really, wasn't aware of Deadpool until I, saw bits and pieces of him and the internet and so on, and I saw the movie, which is so damn good. So damn good, you should see it. Oh my god, don't take your children. That's another rant. But yeah, Deadpool is incredible, and God bless you, Ryan Reynolds. God bless you. Yeah, he was so adamant about this character. He'd been trying to make a Deadpool movie for 11 years. Because of this film's bastardization of this character, he has tried so hard to make an actual Deadpool movie to justify it and make it better. And just give him the respect he deserves. Good on you, Ryan! Good on you, man! Way to stick up here for your character. But yeah, they completely butt-fucked him in this. The merc with a mouth, sewn shut. Number one problem right there. And that's not why they called him the Deadpool. Not because he had every single mutant power available to him in one big thing. No, that's not why he was called the Deadpool, but yeah, there's no snark, there's just Baraka from Mortal Kombat. That's basically who he is now. Oh, good lord. Poor Ryan. I don't blame you, man. I wish this movie could have been better. I wish Deadpool got actual better treatment than this. But at least you finally had your chance and you finally made your movie. So, congrats, bro. Congrats. The prisoners, yeah, the girlfriend, what's her face, of the prisoners escaped, and one of them is apparently Pietro. What? One of them was Pietro. Crossover. The shot of the guy going being like suspended in midair and just sort of vibrating fairly fast. Apparently that guy was Pietro, the son of Magneto. Captured. Moving on. And the video surveillance of them watching this is in HD when they're in the 70s. Whatever. Professor X is telepathically telling Cyclops where to escape to, even though he's blind, and instead, just telepathically giving them directions instead of, oh, I don't know, making every single person in that building freeze up like you can do. He can do it! Making every person, he made an entire, like, museum of people freeze up in X-Men 2, and he can't do it for here? In the fight scene, on top of the smokestack. Yeah, Victor and Logan are back-to-back. I don't know why Victor suddenly decided to help out. Maybe because he's pissed and he wants revenge. I don't fucking know. I don't even care. But they're fighting, like, basically back-to-back. Like maybe Logan here and Victor there. And it's just a very small space. Like, maybe, like, this space and kind of like that. Maybe not the exact dimensions, but, you know, just basically for, like, only one person to be able to stand there, like, back to back. There's not any wide room, there's just a narrow area for fighting combat, so that means there's only, like, 2 directions that Deadpool, the teleporting Deadpool, can possibly go. Front or back. That's all. And these 2 experienced fighters of 160 years cannot keep track of this guy, even though he has only 2 options to go for fighting. I don't care if he knows karate or judo or what the fuck ever. It should have been over. But no. Okay. And afterwards the building collapses because Deadpool gets beheaded and the Cyclops beams make the whole thing crumble around, blah blah blah. Logan's like, this doesn't change anything even though you fought with me and blah blah blah, and so they go fuck off and Liev Schreiber just fucks off. Yeah, Liev Schreiber as Sabretooth. What the fuck are you barking at? So glad I'm moving. Anyway, Liev Schreiber, good actor. I don't mind him. I liked him in Kate and Leopold. I just don't believe he's Sabretooth. The first guy who played Sabretooth in the first X movie, that was Sabretooth. Even if he was just starting out, that is not Sabretooth. No. Sabretooth is big and powerful and muscular and... yeah, Liev Schreiber... no. I'm sorry, no. He's a good actor. Very good in other roles, but just not this one. You're not Sabretooth, I'm so sorry, dude. Yeah, and Gambit just swoops in at the last minute to shoot off falling debris. What? You could have been shooting charged cards at the guy distracting, because, again, he only had 2 directions to go to. He could have been helping out them, but nope, just boom, 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 whatever. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Stuff happens, and Stryker shoots Logan in the head twice, even though the first bullet already took him down. You wasted your other bullet. Way to go there, buddy. And the girlfriend is there, hurt and whatever, probably dying, grabs hold of Stryker's ankle, and is like, oh, I can make you kill you. I could make yourself kill you, but that would make us know better than you. And instead decides to make him walk until his feet bleed, and just keep walking? That was it. That was the best punishment you could have gotten up for this guy. Even without directly killing him. That was it. You couldn't have suggested him, oh, turn yourself into the government and have the other mutants freed and have myself put in jail. You couldn't have suggested that. No, just keep walking. Keep walking, bitch. That's it. I know you're dying, but come on, woman. I know he's alive. Thanks a lot. In the back of the woods of the building place, before it all goes to shit, a CGI Patrick Stewart standing, completely fake effects, gets the kids, all of those kids, into one tiny helicopter. Like, where the fuck were you, Professor? Where the fuck were you during all this? You just let these mutants be taken? Under, not Cerebro or anything else, you just let this fucking happen. And Magneto, where the fuck were you when your own son was kidnapped? I know you're not much of a father figure, but still, what the fuck? And apparently Scarlet Witch still doesn't exist in this universe, because... yeah. And that effect looks so fucking bad now. Oh my god, the green scene was horrible! It was horrendous! Wolverine has amnesia now, because apparently memories don't grow back. Apparently this was explained in comic books or some other video I saw, but I still call bullshit on it, but yeah. And then Stryker gets taken away, and... yeah. So that was Wolverine Origins. A whole clusterfuck of what the hell. There's probably a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm missing, but I'm not going to go back to that movie because no, I'm not. This is just a basic schlocky action movie. I made a point in episode 8 of X-Men Evolution Abridged of X-Men Taz. My beginning rant, I just remember my rant for episode 8. If we wanted to watch Sabretooth and Wolverine sniping and fighting each other with a half-assed storyline attached to it, you'd be watching Wolverine Origins. Which is basically what this is. Sniping and fighting each other for no real conclusion or purpose, just to see them fighting because fighting action! Woohoo! No proper actual development. The basic, most predictable development you could possibly give. All the cliches are in there for Wolverine. Fantastic job there, writers. So the 2 movies, X-Men The Last Stand and Wolverine Origins, is basically the excuse that Marvel Studios has. You know what, guys? Just no, we can't let this be part of the X-Men legacy. No, we have to redo everything. I don't care what happens in the continuity. We need to not make this happen. We need to not acknowledge that those movies exist because we fucked up. What were we thinking? No. Let's just go ahead and get X-Men First Class on the way, and we'll just completely rewrite everything. We're gonna start fresh and pretend that this shit never happened. And I'm kind of for that. Because I like to pretend that those 2 movies never happened. Fuck this movie. This movie doesn't piss me off as much as The Last Stand does, and I was really pissed off at that one. This one's just sort of forgettable. Again, I still can't remember anything. The Last Stand, I haven't watched that movie in so long, and I can still remember so much about it. That's how much it pissed me off. This one was just forgettable. Other people might have been more angry about this, mostly because of Deadpool, or I don't even know, but yeah. This one was just sort of meh for me. Just completely forgettable. So join me next time for the next retrospective, X-Men First Class. And, oh, it is so much better! Thank you! Thank you, guys! See you guys next time.